Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is your February general reading, and Scorpio, it seems for the month of February, because we're entering Aquarius season, right? Or we have entered Aquarius season. There is reciprocity. There's a situation that regards a need or a lack of reciprocity. There may be multiple situations you're dealing with where there is a lack of reciprocity. Feeling beaten down by other people or beating yourselves up. Feeling smothered. Feeling like you can't fend for yourself, or feeling that you can't just exist and to live your life happily, because there may be other energies that are bearing down onto you, making it difficult for you to just live a normal life. Some of you all there's a conversation, there's communication that has been given, or there's a conversation or communication that needs to be given to someone in particular, okay? A need to use your voice. For others of you, you have a child, possibly an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. At the core of your reading, Scorpio, for February, you have the High Priestess. There are those of you who are very, very empathic. You guys are psychic mediums. Some of you guys know this, some of you don't. But I know that all of you know to a certain degree that there is something about your psychology, or something about your brains, something about your spirit, or certain abilities that you have. Some of you guys have dreams that come true. Okay? Some of you all predict things before they even happen. Some of you all can feel when something is not right or something is out of place in a situation, but you just can't put your finger on it. It's because you guys have an ability that needs to be tapped into, that you need to learn more about in the month of February. Some of you guys have an intuition and your intuition it's actually telling you that someone is not giving their all when they should be. And they're capable of it, but they just won't. There are just certain things, and I feel like it's people for some of you. It's people that are surrounding you who are not, they could do better, but they don't want to do better. They don't want to see you do better, Scorpio. And it has you in this state of mind of feeling that nothing will go right for you, making you feel stuck. Again, making you feel like you can't move. You can't just live and exist like a normal human being. You feel that you can't be happy because of this overbearing energy. But just understand that you have the key, you have the tools to rid yourself of these energies. You don't have to stay in any situation that you don't want to be in, Scorpio. You don't have to remain stuck. This energy is the energy that you create for yourself. The Eight of Swords is something that is created by one's own thoughts. It's not created by anybody else's energy, no one else's words. It's created by yours. This card, to me, is actually a hopeful card because you can change your circumstances. It will take time to some degree, but you can change your circumstances. You don't have to stay stuck. Okay? For others of you, you may be dealing with a Pisces, or there's something in regards to the Pisces energy, or the Pisces season in February that may be attached to some fear. There may be some of you who are dealing with a Pisces, but there is a sense of there's a darker part of yourself that you need to enter. And again, you have the High Priestess here. So there is something within you that is very special, Scorpio. And I feel that February is going to bring that to the forefront. And there is a need for you to address it. It's a need for you to speak about it. There's a need for you to exercise that skill or that ability that you have within yourselves in February. There may be those of you who are closet witches, or you may be tarot card readers or empaths or mediums, and you're practicing your witchcraft or your mediumship in secret or in private, because there are people around you or surrounding you that don't really understand that aspect of yourself. They don't understand that the physical and the non-physical coincide. They're connected, right? There are people who are afraid of your abilities, and they may try to put you down for it. Okay? Let go of that. Let go of that fear. Let go of the fear. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. There's something going on with my camera. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. This wasn't... There we go. Okay. So sorry, you guys. There is... Because there's this page of swords here. So again, there are those of you who have and I think that this was pulled for Taurus as well. But some of you all may have a child, and they may be very smart. Okay? And they're connected to this energy that you have. They may have the same energy that you have. They may get it from you, Scorpio. But if for those of you who have children, think about your children. Think about this child here. Whether you have multiple children or just one. There is one out of a few of your children, if you have multiple children, who there's some type of connection here. Either you care very much about them, Scorpio, or you care about their well-being. I feel like for a lot of you, it's just one child. If you have children, where your psychic abilities or the abilities that you possess is being transferred to them, and they feel a lot. So pay attention to this child's behavior, or pay attention if this child is at the age where they can talk and they can see what's going on around them, or they see spirits, or they are having weird dreams, or maybe there are people that you're surrounded with, Scorpio, that your child may not necessarily, they don't like them, or they react to them in a very negative way. Pay attention to your child. Pay very close attention to them, because they can hold the key to something that's in your life that shouldn't be there. Okay? For others of you, this is you exercising your psychic abilities and being able to see that for yourself, and realizing that there are certain energies around you that just don't belong. Okay? For others of you, you guys may be beginning to journal or write down your thoughts throughout the day a little bit more, or if you're not writing them down, you're typing them on your computer and saving them. Okay? Or you may have an app on your phone where you're able to jot down or write down your thoughts. Okay? So there's definitely a need to articulate in some way, whether it be through writing or through vocal, to speaking to someone, standing up for yourself, taking the necessary steps to heal yourselves in the month of February. This also, I feel, represents speaking affirmations, listening to affirmations, speaking to your creator or your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever it is that you consider a higher power in your life. There is a need to speak to these individuals, to recognize them each and every day. Don't get caught up in the physical too much, to where you forget the non-physical and the spiritual, but also don't get caught up in the non-physical and the spiritual to the point where you forget that you have a life to live. Okay? You need to balance the two. You have to balance them both. Okay? So this is all about balance, because you have the High Priestess at the core of your reading. This is all about the non-physical. It's all about the spiritual, the supernatural. Not being afraid to venture into the the non-physical and the spiritual. So this is the core of your reading, and excuse me, there is a need to balance both sides. Balance that between the heavens and the earth. Because with the five, this is the five of the five of swords here in the reverse. So in February, there is no more bullying or allowing people to bully you. There is no more allowing people to tear you down as you continue to try to build them up. There is no more of that in February. No more. There's no more. There is no more feeling stuck in your mind, because the swords represent the mind. They represent your thoughts. They also represent the throat chakra and speaking your truth from a wholesome mindset. So there is no more feeling stuck, right? You can get out of any situation that you don't want to be in. Be willing to be patient as the high priestess is. Be willing to take the time that you need to get out of that situation. I also see this as not jumping to conclusions, or not making impulsive decisions because you want it now, or because you want to get out of this situation now. Don't do anything impulsively. Think things through, talk things through, either to yourself or to someone else. Come to an understanding of what you need to do. Enlighten yourself about the situation. And after you've made those weighed decisions, then you can move forward in releasing or embracing someone else, or releasing someone or embracing someone, whatever it is, releasing a situation or embracing a situation. Then you can finally execute those actions, but make sure you think before you do. Be patient. Don't allow yourself to put yourself in, don't put yourself in a cubby hole, because the high priestess is someone who's patient. She steps back and she looks at the big picture. She gives herself the time to rest and to rejuvenate and to think about what she needs to do, the things that she needs to let go of. But she doesn't allow herself to stay there for too long, for an unhealthy period of time. And then we have at the bottom of the deck, you have Sagittarius. This is the Temperance card. So again, that balance, that strong, loving, healing, that loving and healing energy. Balance. Balancing the things that you do, certain patterns of behavior, balancing your thoughts and your emotions, not being addicted to helping people some people are addicted to giving their energy to really bad people who do not care about them. Some people are addicted to being torn down. Some people are addicted to misery. It's not just drugs and alcohol that are that are substances that can be addicted, that can cause you to be addicted to. It's not just those types of substances that cause addictions. There are many things that can cause not cause addiction, but that some of us are more prone to be addicted to. Some people are addicted to watching TV. Some people are addicted to maybe, again, helping people too much, even helping the wrong people too much. Some people are addicted to eating too much. Some people are addicted to starving themselves. Some people are addicted to sugar and eating too much sugar. And there's no balance. Where there is no balance, I feel that's where addictions arise, right? So you have to break your addictions, or think about, okay, what are some things that I'm doing too much of that I need to do less of, and balance the two. If your cup is not being poured into by someone else, if there's a situation that is not pouring into you as much as you're pouring into them or it, then that situation should be gotten rid of. There is no need for that to remain. Right? So Scorpio, this is your time to understand reciprocity and understand, okay, what have I been doing to, what are some things that I'm allowing that I need to call quits with, that I need to bring a stop to? Because there are a lot of people in the world who don't think beyond themselves, and they will get away with what you let them get away with, instead of thinking beyond themselves and realizing, okay, this is a human being, I care about them. And they don't think about how they would feel if they were treated, if they were in your shoes. There are people in your life, Scorpio, who are not thinking about, okay, if I was in Scorpio's shoes, how would I feel about being treated that way? They're not thinking about that, Scorpio. There are people in your life who don't care about how they treat you. As long as you're willing to give them what they need, whether it be attention, a place to stay, even advice. There are people who are just there to just, not even advice. There are people who are here, Scorpio, in this energy surrounding you, for some of you, where you give advice, they're only there to dump on you, and you're constantly giving advice. But there's someone, or there are people who are not taking your advice. They're just there to dump on you or live vicariously through you. But the moment that you start to do better, Scorpio, there is an energy surrounding you that's going to want to tear you down every single time. Every single time. So for those of you who believe in spell casting, rituals, perform those rituals to protect yourself. Carry different stones with you, or any type of divination tool that you have, a charm, carry it with you. Speak to your ancestors, or speak to the universe about what it is that you desire on that day. What is it that you need that day, and have faith that it will be provided for you. Okay, because for your oracle messages, you have the buffalo. And again, this represents balance between heaven and earth. Being connected to both heaven and earth. To bring yourself to that balance, this card says to pray. There is a need to pray. There is a need to meditate. There is a need to speak to the universe, to a higher power. There's a need to recognize that there are energies surrounding you that are greater and bigger than you are, who are there to protect you and guide you. But you have to show them that they know that you exist. You have to show them that you see that they exist, and create that relationship. You can't really have a relationship with someone if you don't recognize that they're there. Like if you're dating someone, or if you want to date, and a person comes up to you and they want to date you, and they're trying to get your number, or they're trying to hang out with you, if you're not showing them that they exist, or you're not showing them that they matter, or that you're willing to give them a chance, then nothing can arise from it, right? So you have to show your spirit guides, or show your creator, that they exist, and that you are taking them into consideration, that you're considering them. Okay? Consider the spiritual. Always, okay? But there is a child here for some of you. It could be an air sign. There is a child here. They're very smart. They're going to grow to be very, very inventive, very very intuitive, possibly very inquisitive. Okay? Some of you guys may have a child that wears glasses. Okay, their eyesight is very important. So make sure they're, you're keeping an eye out for their eyesight, because they may see things that you don't necessarily see, and they may say things to you as they get older, or maybe if they're at an age again where they can talk, they may be a very, very smart child. Pay attention to what your child has to say, Scorpio. Children have a lot to teach us. A lot to teach us as adults, because we lose that purity as we get older. We lose that way of knowing. Okay? And then we have the unity card here. So once again, if people are not working together with you, there are powers bigger and greater than you, Scorpio. Your energy is way too vast and too big for people to understand. And for people who don't try to understand your energy, and they're just here to suck you dry, you need to get rid of it. You need to get rid of those energies. They don't belong anymore. Your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is telling you. The deeper aspects of yourself are telling you this. They're telling you that something is not right. You know? Excuse me. And it's something, before I started your reading, my throat started to get a little scratchy. And I tried so hard not to cough, but during your reading, but I feel like there's something going on with your throat chakra. There's something in regards to the truth. There's something in regards to recognizing the truth, speaking the truth for you, Scorpio, and helping people to understand, like, you don't mess with me. Don't, that you're not stupid, that you're not naive, and you're not ignorant of what's going on, because I know that you guys are not. Scorpios are the most aware, some of the most aware people that I've ever met in my life. Okay? So you guys don't squander your blessings, and don't squander your abilities. Okay? So that's your message, Scorpio. Much love and light to all of you. I love all of you guys. And I wish you guys all the best of luck on this journey. And I hope to see you guys in your next video. All right, take care. Bye.